Broskis, super welcome to this video, guys. As you can hear, my voice is cracking up, but I did my best to record all of this video, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Now, this video is like a bonus video to the first Gamescom video that I did. The majority of these games, they were not shown at any showcase. These were like announcements made connected to Gamescom, but not in any showcase. And they are pretty damn awesome and should not go unnoticed. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into the games. Holy macaronis, this game looks so freaking beautiful. It has to be one of the best, if not the absolute best looking side-scrolling action game that I've ever witnessed. I just love the stop-motion graphics and I love how authentic it looks. I mean, it does really look like stop-motion figures, and to build an atmosphere like the one we're seeing in this game with this style is just mind-blowing. Now, in the spirit of the samurai, players will assume the role of Takeshi, a Japanese samurai tasked with defending his village from the relentless onslaught of Oni Chisai, his warrior cat companion, and a small but feisty Kodama. You better prepare to confront legions of Tengu, undead creatures, and the terrifying Jorogumo, all inspired by Japanese mythology. So brace yourself for a truly unique and intense stop-motion cinematic adventure. Oh, this one just looks so freaking brutal. I love it! The first Berserker, Kazan, is a hardcore action role-playing game. The player will become Kazan, the great general of the Lost Empire, who overcame death and sets out to reveal the incidents that led to this downfall and seek vengeance on his enemies. In a Souls-like fashion, this game is not going to be an easy one. But as we have seen with Souls-like games, they can break player records and sales records, so I do kinda get the overflow of Souls games as of late, but I just had such a hard time playing them. The challenge is just not for me. I get too frustrated with it. But still, the game looks badass. Now, I played a demo of this bad boy some time ago, and while it didn't take me by storm, it still showed me some insanely cool combat. I mean, I love its dark and gritty tone, and I love the punch of both the guns and the sword that the pretty damn awesome looking character wields. But at its core, it is a very simple game of waves of enemies coming your way where you survive for as long as you can in a roguelite fashion to get stronger and unlock new and harder arenas with more waves of enemies coming your way. I actually have no idea what's going on in this hectic trailer. Honestly, it's so hard and fast cut that I can't really keep up with it. But I did, however, catch a glimpse of its graphics, and I have to say, I really think it's rocking a cool comic book art style that I can definitely vibe with. But what is the game? Well, Redacted takes you deep into Black Iron Prison, a high-tech correctional facility on Jupiter's icy moon, Callisto. Inmates are infected and mutating, security systems are indiscriminate, and other survivors are trying to escape by any means necessary. And though you're just a modest security guard with one job, make it to the last escape pod alive, you'll have an arsenal of weapons, suits, skills, experiments, and more to help you get out of Black Iron Prison alive.
Brilliant. Cause is just getting started.
Broski, if you haven't joined the Discord, link down in the description. It is the absolute best place on this forsaken planet, trust me. And if you don't like it, you're free to leave whenever you want to. And if you like this video and want more like it, well, hit that subscribe right now. And if you like this video, hit the like.
Yo! Hate rules? Breakpunk's here to spice them up! We're the 5v5 FPS that lets you bend the rules with cards. Cards can literally do anything!
This 5v5 PvP shooter takes the concept of friends versus friends and amps it up a notch. You play in a multiplayer match just like in any regular multiplayer game, but in Fragpunk everything changes depending on the cards in both your team and the opposing team's hands, where everything from weather to abilities and weapons can change depending on the cards that you're rocking. And if you're lucky or unlucky, it can turn a hopeless match into a win. Now the game is going to be free to play and it is set to have a playtest this October, so don't miss out on
They
it.
try to be sneaky. Crush him with massive force.
My Beautiful Little Nightmares 3 looks to be just as fun as the prior entries, although this time it is developed by a different developer. The question is if they can continue the incredible atmosphere and gameplay experience that the previous dev has left behind them. During Gamescom we got a brief look into the different mechanics and characters of the game, and while it does look like it's going to be deep when it comes to mind-bending puzzles and platforming, but those things are nothing in a game like this if the atmosphere doesn't hit just right. Luckily, we will find out if it is or isn't in 2025.
Escort reactor core and upgrade Bunker City's power facilities. St. Dino's have also set their sights on this operation. Be sure to complete the escort before then.
Ready to strike.
If someone shows me a fairly fast-paced mecha combat, I instantly raise an eye to have a peek at it. Now in all honesty, this is not what I was hoping this to be, but we got a mech game shown off at Gamescom, so I'm putting it on this list. Now Mecha Break is a multiplayer mech game that allows players to choose from diverse mechs, customize appearances, and battle colossal war machines in treacherous terrain. So get ready for the ultimate showdown blitz brawl blaze. Ooh la la, we got a demo announcement for this brutal looking roguelite Horde Slayer. Now I am a little bit afraid that it might feel underwhelming, as it is a roguelite Horde Slayer in certain regards, in the same vein as a Vampire Survivors-like game. But if it manages to hit the right spot of new upgrades, visual changes and the feeling of gambling and reward, this might just turn into a super addictive video game, much like Vampire Survivors. Set in a dark Viking underworld, Jotun Slayer Hordes of Heel challenges you to fight waves of enemies to earn divine blessings from ancient Norse gods, summon powerful bosses, venture through hostile realms, and become a godlike warrior. Sounds like just my jam. Oh yeah, finally what looks to be a proper twin-stick shooter, one with both a story and some depth to it, toppled with what I think some juicy and good-looking graphics. Now in this game we get to unravel a thrilling sci-fi mystery in this action-packed twin-stick roguelite shooter. We get to choose our loadout, stack up temporary and persistent upgrades, and explore the depths of a sinister, shifting subterranean base during an interdimensional crisis. It is, however, a roguelite, so, as so many other games in today's day and age, expect to die, expect to upgrade, and expect to be challenged. We all know exactly what this is, we're all pretty dang hyped for it, but did we expect some new footage of it? I was not, since they dropped some like 5 days prior to Gamescom, but oh so wrong I was. Let's enjoy it together, shall we?
Who said I'm a good man?
Richter, and the guys from the detention center. And me, Scar. So you've seen an anomaly outside the zone.
That's why I'm here.
I've heard the rumors, but never firsthand. And I've got a funny feeling there's more trouble to come.
Jesus.
This is the dark side of the zone. But there's another. The shining side. It's here all around us, but we cannot see it. I wonder what's out there. Eternal spring? The Klondike of artifacts? A new home? Or our heart's desires? We want the shining zone to reveal itself. Oh, shit's gonna go down at the Institute. Ha.
Betrayed. Cutter be locked in eternal battle with his foe.
Ha! I'm starting to find it a little bit funny now that the turn-based tactical games are literally reigning over us right now. Have we entered the era of turn-based gaming? I don't know, but developers sure seem to think so. Now Rogue Waters does look like a fine game, however. Sure, it's top-down and it is turn-based, but it looks more immersive than a Ubi pirate game, which I dare not mention the name of. Now Rogue Waters is a tactical turn-based roguelite set in a pirate world overtaken by terrible curse. Gather your ragtag crew of rogues and grow them into a fierce pirate crew. Befriend and call upon legendary creatures of sailors' myths. Chart your course through an ever-changing game world and turn the tides of battle on land or sea in a fresh take on tactical turn-based combat, just like all the other turn-based combat games says. Now the crew and the Kraken awaits your command. Will ye heed the call, pirate? Now I absolutely do not play horror games out of free will, if it's not Fear or Dead Space, but this one right here, oh man, it looks very interesting. While we didn't get much actual gameplay, the trailer they showed still managed to get me very interested. Retrieval, an upcoming cinematic horror adventure game developed by 333 Studios. The game is set in a retro-futuristic base. Players, they will navigate through a ravaged world and survive while facing relentless challenges and terrifying adversaries at every turn. Retrieval promises a state-of-the-art gaming experience thanks to the atmospheric visual powered by Nvidia. And of course some haunting 3D sound design. Yep, I am 100% shitting my pants, but it might just be worth it. The most hardcore tactical mutant killing game in the history of all and any hardcore tactical games? Yes sir, that is GTFO. And they just announced the final chapter is out right now. And what is that? Well, GTFO The Final Chapter is a complete edition of the hardcore first-person shooter horror game, which includes all previous updates, more than 80 expeditions, 90 unlockable rewards and over 50 weapons and tools to help you survive in the underground of GTFO. And if that wasn't enough, that it can take up to an hour to complete one expedition, in this package you now have 80 freaking expeditions. I mean, you're set for the rest of the year if you jump into this one. But do heed my warning, this is best played with friends. Did anyone ever play Splitgate in here? What many referred to as the Halo with portals. Well, it's getting a sequel, and during Gamescom they announced a closed playtest taking place from now to August 25th, so hurry up if you want to give that a spin. Now what I really like about Splitgate is that it is one of very few modern games that dares to take the fast-paced non-ADS gameplay into the modern world. I respect them for that, and in all honesty, I love that style of gameplay, so expect there to be a Splitgate 2 community night in the future, broskis. But for the playtest, fans can play Hot Zone and Team Deathmatch modes with newly added features to the sequel, such as 3 factions with their own distinct abilities, tailored to a variety of playstyles coupled with the series' signature portal mechanics. Honestly, I quite like the idea of this game. It's not unique, it has been done in similar vein before, but what I know out of experience is that these fast-paced on-foot running racers can be a hell of a lot of fun. And this one, by the looks of it, seems to take that fun and put it in a more serious and dark world than we have ever seen before in a game like this. I mean, we get to compete in a bloody fight to the finish in Death Sprint 66, fusing high-speed on-foot racing with deadly obstacles and brutal abilities. We get to unleash our velocity, push limits, and claim glory like never before, releasing on the 12th of September. Oh, we got a new little gameplay teaser and deep dive into this zombie shooter. The developer, well, he does a pretty good job enough to explain it himself, so let's have a listen together, shall we?
With robust character progression and weapon customization. Set around World War II, you will take on fast-paced missions as one of 4 survivors, each with their own unique abilities and roles in co-op. So every player can choose the character that best suits their playstyle. In Project Z, you are trying to escape the secret island Breitengrad 77, controlled by Colonel Walter, the villain in our alternative world. You start together in the Hideout, a central hub in the game where you can accept missions, buy, sell and customize weapons, as well as upgrade your character. But that's not all. You also have the option to design your hideout according to your preferences along with your friends, provided that you have found enough resources and blueprints during missions or in free roam mode. We have also put a special emphasis on adding weapons and attachments that existed as prototypes or concepts whenever possible. This gives our alternate universe a fresh twist and offers you the opportunity to constantly discover something new. Plus, it gives you a range of weapons to kill zombies with. Project Z will launch on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation, so wishlist the game today and follow our social channels for all the latest Project Z news.
Nothing lasts forever.
From the creators of Little Nightmare 1 and 2 comes not Little Nightmares 3, but a game that looks like a Little Nightmares game, but it's not, because that title was handed to another developer, just as I explained earlier. And oh god, I find it so weird that the OG devs of Little Nightmare got to work on a new game that is not Little Nightmares, but looks like Little Nightmares, while another dev is working on Little Nightmares 3. Oh well, it is what it is. Nonetheless, this game looks absolutely freaking superbly awesome. I am loving the look of it, loving the tense moments that we can briefly see, and absolutely adore the mind-bendingly disgusting and horrifying creatures that we also get brief glimpses of. In other words, I am 110% playing this when it drops in 2025.
I thought you were dead.
Thank you a million times for watching all the way to the end. Broski, you're freaking amazing. I hope you understood what I was trying to tell you with all the games. I know it could have been a bit harder to understand than usual with my voice. Yeah, screw it. You're awesome. That's what I want to say. And I will see you in the next one. Slim, over and out.